What's up, y'all? Surge T here. And AEW had its final show at Daly's Place because they are going on the road again, back on the road, and they're headed to Miami for Dynamite next week, which is definitely going to be a great addition for AEW Dynamite. Finally, it's on Wednesday. You know, they're flip flopping, going to Wednesday, Thursday. I mean, going to Friday. I think they went to Thursday. I know they went to Saturday last week. And I think they were doing it maybe just to see where they would have a better audience. But Wednesday is where it's at. They're by themselves. NXT's on Tuesdays, and so is other. I think Rampage is going to be on Friday, so they're going to be competing with SmackDown. Hopefully, they're not trying to compete. They just want to find a good spot. Friday's a good spot. Everybody's chilling. Everybody's at home. But there's this video that they played at the end. It's called "Thank You Jacksonville." Um, it's Dirty Heads celebrate featuring the unlikely candidates. I guess that's the group and the song name. I guess kind of weird, but I'm gonna take a look at this and gonna just basically just take a look at back at it and talk about it a little bit, and then I'll also talk about the past AEW Dynamite. So without further ado, let's check it out.
I have never thought of my world as small before. It is also clarified how important the service
That's
we
the beginning right there.
is.
Mom, if you can hear me,
Kenny with the Bucks with him.
20,000 fans from the stadium
Omega looking. Oh man, rest in peace, Brody Lee.
One day I'll come home, we can celebrate. Mom, I gotta go, the curtains calling.
A lot of good memories of their first, their time in Daly's Place. He had so many things left to do, Brody Lee. I remember that. Brian Cage's debut. Stampede, Stadium Stampede, the first one. Might be better than the second one, but the second one was fun. Oh damn. He took that chair shot like a champ did, Matt Hardy. Yeah, a lot of debuts. Saw Matt Cardona there. There's the oh yeah, I remember that. The Best Friends and Santana and Ortiz, and that's the mom flipping them off. I remember that. Damn, Kenny Omega. Remember that. Right into the damn what they call that? It was a bubbly and what was it called? I can't remember. Sting's debut. Yep, and then they ended up being friends later on. Tyson and Jericho. Baby girl coming on the way for old boy and Cody and his wife, and then saw some of the legends there, and you see there's Conan. The worst splash ever, Fox Splash, if you want to call that. Why they had that, I don't know. Why did they have that? It always ends up the same way, those weddings. Shaq did surprisingly well, took a table shot. So Tully with the FTR, and oh, that. Britt Baker and there you go. Probably one of the saddest things, probably since the last time it was ever that sad and really, really affected everybody was when Eddie passed. Eddie Guerrero, man. Guerrero. He's gonna be champion for a long time. They're gonna push him, and he's probably gonna be the next champion, world champion. Eddie Kingston. It took a lot for me to like him. At first I didn't, but he really is probably one of the funniest, one of the most entertaining guys. Sting taking bumps at 62. Damn. 630. I don't know. Him and Ricochet, who does it better? I like how they both do it. Put their spin on it, you know. But that right there was really a good thing. Good way to sign off to pretty much tribute to their time at thing in to their time in what do you call it in Daly's place. They're on their way now to Miami. I don't know where they're going to be at. One of the arenas there, probably one of the stadiums there. Arenas, I'm pretty sure. I think they're doing the stadiums. I mean, they want to do it big because it's going to be the first time that they have a full audience there. And they've been having some audiences, even though they were doing it with what you call it, with just wrestlers, and they're getting rowdy and they're getting their voices heard. But then you see now they filled out Daly's place, and they have so many fans that are there, and then it's going to be even bigger next week. WWE's doing their thing soon too, so all wrestling promotions are, at least the top two are going to be getting audiences now. Money in the Bank is going to be the first time with a full audience since WrestleMania, of course. But now that they're talking about consistently now, they're going to be doing that. And then they're going to kick it off then AEW is going to kick it off with a Dynamite, an episode of Dynamite for their thing, which is going to be great. Speaking of AEW Dynamite, it was very, very good. I enjoyed it. And I totally agreed with their. They have a top five. Well, they used to do top fives before. You know what I mean? They used to do top fives before, and they used to do it like in the countdown. But I guess they stopped doing it. But according to them, like their top five. Miro is God's favorite champion. Miro smashes his way to another victory. Did it over Brian Pillman Jr. Brian Pillman Jr. did a great job. Very physical thing. I mean, he's a guy who has a kind of like a same height as Miro, maybe a little bit longer, but he lacks the weight like Miro. But he's still a big guy. You know what I mean? He's still a big guy. I think he's built bigger than his dad. God rest his soul. Built Brian Pillman Sr. And he really, really took it to him. But it's not enough. We all know that Miro. It's one of those things where I always talk about where it's just like, how can we root for somebody that we know it's not gonna win? We could root for him, but we know that it's a foregone conclusion. He's not gonna win the title. It's just not in the cards, So he ended up losing, Brian Pillman Jr., but he did prove that he can also one day be a champion. It's not gonna be at Miro's expense. They're gonna push Miro long reign champion as TNT champion. Then he's gonna go after the world title and beat the world title. I don't know if he's gonna go against Kenny Omega or whoever beats Kenny Omega, maybe a transitional champion, and then they're going to give the title to Miro. Who knows? Now, their number 4 video was Penta and Kingston were the first to defeat the Young Bucks in nearly a year. That's true. Young Bucks they're undefeated. They're on a roll. Personally, they're not my favorite tag team. I really don't like their antics. I don't like the way that they are mimicking Shawn Michaels and mimicking the Macho Man. They're wearing old school goatees and stuff, and then they're acting. And I always say that these guys can't act their way out of a shoebox, as the saying goes. They just need to just do their thing in the ring and maybe work on their presentation when it comes to their characters and the way they talk and stuff. Because I mean, I just know what it is. I'm not trying to knock them in the sense that they're all around bad, because they're talented in the ring, but it's just like, yeah, there's a lot of work. And according to me, I don't care what anybody says. According to me, I'm not saying you got to agree. If you love these guys, have at it. I can see why people love them. I can see why people, care about them as a tag team. And I like I say, I enjoy seeing what they do, but at the same time, at times it's just like cringy. Enough super kicks to fill a calendar year. It's like, how about you make that move special and not use it so much? And when I say not so much, not like 30 times in a damn. Like, are you trying to prove a point? But I digress. The match was a good match from what I saw. I watched the beginning and I watched the end because I know I probably missed a great match, but it's just because of them. Sometimes I don't like watching them. I just don't, because of their antics. Their wrestling is great in the ring, but their antics really kind of make me go, ugh. Let me just pause. Let me mute it and do something while they're wrestling. But I should pay attention more, especially because they did get pinned the package power driver from Penta, and they got the victory for him and Eddie Kingston. So they got the title shot, tag team title shot coming up. Now, number three, it was what happened when Nyla Rose finally got her hands on the AEW Women's Champ. Well, she actually did take care of her, but let's get to the what the match was. It was a tag team match, Rebel and the champ Britt Baker, DMD, right? And they took on Nyla Rose and Vicky Guerrero. Vicky Guerrero is the same cat screech, nails on the chalkboard voice. I don't know how and why she talks in that high tone every time. Like kind of dial it down when you're just talking, and then maybe do it when you're like in a situation where you're upset. You know what I mean? But she's the one that takes the L for her team. She's the one that actually got pinned. She got submitted. You know, from Britt Baker in her submission move. And the thing about it though is that when she did it to Vicky Guerrero, Vicky tapped, and then Vicky Guerrero gets up and she starts yelling, and I go, Vicky, you've been in the wrestling business how long? How about you at least sell the move? She got up right away and she starts yelling at Dr. Britt. I'm like, sell the move, Vicky, and then maybe you can get up. The funny thing was when the match started, Vicky pushes Rebel. Rebel pushes her back. She falls on her ass, right? And then Britt Baker comes in and then nails her with a move. But then Nyla Rose in the end, she got her thing in there, and she actually got some payback and put Britt into a table with a power bomb. Brutal, devastating power bomb, and there she is, man. She's pretty much proving that she might win the title back. She's a two-time champ now. Was she a two-time champ? I know she's a former champ, and she's gonna go after the title again. And Britt Baker might have a short-lived title reign. So let's see if she does. She does retain that title. Now, number two, according to AEW, is they said who won the epic main event between MJF and Sammy Guevara. And unfortunately for those guys who are Sammy Guevara fans or even Inner Circle fans like myself, it was MJF who got the victory, albeit a little bit of help from Shawn Spears with a chair shot on Sammy, and then you have Wardlow kind of keeping Jericho at bay, threw him down on the floor, and unfortunately, got the pinfall on him. I mean, the victory. And it was a great match, very physical, very athletic. MJF, you can say whatever you want about MJF. He was doing nip ups. He was doing like matrix moves. When you bend backwards and you evade someone's a maneuver from somebody, an attack. He proved that he could do it. I mean, he even did a sick, and I mean sick, power driver on Sammy Guevara off of the second rope, or second turnbuckle. But you can tell that when he landed, and he landed on his knees, this MJF, and delivering the move, and he looks like he injured it. Maybe, I don't know if it was for the match, just to kind of show. I don't know if it was real. But then Sammy Guevara, it looked as though he hit it right on his head. The power driver, like he took it like a power driver, but you could see that it looked more of a modified power bomb. They did it like that, I guess, so that he didn't get really hurt and you could be protected more. Because if he would have taken that full brunt, oh my God, that's it. Sammy Guevara's young career is done and over with. But sometimes I always wonder about these guys. Why do they have to take those type of bumps? Like, I know you guys are trying to impress people. You're trying to get people's more eyes onto the product. Sometimes you gotta kind of chill out with those type of moves sometimes. I mean, it's not gonna be worth it if you're gonna be risking yourselves. But these guys are professionals. They know how to take bumps. So you just gotta give it to them. You just gotta be like, okay, we leave in your guys' hands. You're the professionals, but we still worry about you. We don't want you guys getting hurt. Some people don't like MJF. Some people don't like him. His antics and all that stuff. But the guy's still a talented wrestler. He's still a person that he kind of takes his character a little bit far. Like even when he's meeting kids and meet and greets, he's rude to them. He's just trying to keep the character, I guess, keep it real. But that's funny when I seen that one he did with a kid. It's like a recent one. Oh my god, dude! It's like, come on, kind of chill with the character a little bit. And number one is actually the video I saw. It was Thank You Jacksonville, Dirty Heads Celebrate featuring the Unlikely Candidates. Great video. The one thing that got me, of course, was the Brody Lee. Like I said, Brody Lee is someone who his death was probably just as shocking and just as people going, I don't believe it type of a feeling, and it really affected everybody worldwide. Was also like with Eddie Guerrero. It's just because these guys had so much to give, more to give. And they were just getting into the swing of things. Eddie Guerrero, he's been in wrestling for some time before he got the WWE title, but it's like he had more to do. They're even saying that he was going to be the world heavyweight champion. So it's almost like things I think with him, with John Huber, with Brody Lee, he was probably going to be the world champion soon. He even retired the original TNT title design, and that's his belt. No one's going to ever wear that belt again with that design. But I like the new design, especially when they showed Miro with it. I'm going, God, that belt is this fucking beautiful belt, phenomenal looking. It looks really just crisp and pristine, and the colors really, they really complement each other like that. They pop off. It's really good, man. But AEW was great, and then they're really now amping up to a full crowd. They're gonna do it first in Miami, and can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see how all the matches, come off, especially with an audience now, because you're gonna have all these people just, especially when Jericho comes out in this song, you're gonna hear people singing. And same with Jungle Boy with his, Tarzan Boy song. Everybody sings that song too. That's one of my favorite songs from the '80s. I like it, and he's one of my favorite wrestlers. Well, actually, he might be my favorite wrestler, and I kind of was hoping he was going to win the title, but I know he wasn't going to win the world title. His time will come, but it has to be the right person for him to take it off of. Like I said, if he doesn't win, he'll be a transitional champion probably, and then Miro will beat him, if it's going to be him. But now they're leaning towards Hangman Page. Even even though they meant well, but Dark Order was in there going, yeah, man, talk to Omega. Yeah, he's the one that you should be giving the title shot to. Then Hangman Page got mad, and Omega said that he was going to get mad because who knows him better than Omega, right? He knows Hangman. And then they told him, I said, no, dude, you deserve this. And then one of them said, that, dude, this is what you've been wanting. We have confidence in you. We believe in you. And Cole Cabana said that, hey, man, are you scared? I mean, we all are scared, but he's pretty much the same, man. But you got what it takes to be a champion. Everybody, all of them believe in him. All of them believe in like from 10 and Silver, and all the rest of them believe in him. Cole Cabana, they believe in Hangman Page to become the next champion, and I think that he'd be the right one to take the title off of Omega. But like I said, it was a really great edition of Wednesday night Dynamite, and can't wait to see what happens the next weeks now that they are going on the road again and they are in front of live crowds. So well, that was my video, my thoughts and my review of of the AEW Dynamite. Taking a look at the Thank You Jacksonville video and looking at the top 5, and a really good selection. I like what they picked. But anyway, that's my video, and for those of you who stopped by, checked it out, appreciate it. And in closing, as always, take care.